Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is called 𝘱𝘪𝘥𝘪𝘴. If you're joining me for the first time, thanks so much for joining. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you once again for returning to this brand new video. Today's video, I'm going to be reviewing this skin tint from Hourglass. This is the Hydrating Veil Skin Tint. I've been wanting to try this out for quite a bit of time now. I've seen Hailey Bieber using this, I've seen other people using this and have said that it is such a good skin tint to use on days where you just want to have light makeup, but it also leaves your skin looking and feeling hydrated, which is something that I'm definitely into. I'm always into products that also take care of the skincare, so I am super excited to try it out. I've previously tried out the concealer from Hourglass and also the powder as well. I'll leave those linked below the videos so that you can go and watch those reviews if you've missed those. But I really got on well with both products, so I'm expecting like really good things about this skin tint. As always, I'm going to go into talking a little bit about the product, the claims, and what the ingredients are, and pretty much just show you guys how the skin tint looks on my face for the first time. I've not tried it at all, so this is a first impression. So I'm super excited. So let's get straight into today's video. So guys, the first thing we're going to go into is the key benefits. So some of the key benefits from the skin tint is that it works instantly to boost the skin's moisture levels. It contributes to an all-day hydration and plumper, smoother skin. It also helps to leave the skin looking dewy with a nice health looking glow. It also works to diffuse imperfections and even add the skin tone. It contains 94% naturally derived ingredients, and it's a vegan and cruelty-free makeup product. The main three ingredients that it contains is hyaluronic acid, and it also contains squalene, and also contains, I think it's called meadow foam seed oil and rambutan blend. So these are the main ingredients that the skin tint contains. The skin tint comes in 18 different shades. The one thing I'll definitely say is when I was looking for my shade, it was pretty difficult to determine whether it was going to be 12 or 13 because they don't have quite a variation of shades. So that's something that I would definitely consider if you are buying this skin tint. There's not a lot of range to pick from, so that's the only negative thing going into this that I would mention about the skin tint. I think that maybe they should work on producing a bit more range for especially people of color and just everyone in general, because everyone has different undertones and skin tones, and it can be very difficult for other individuals to find the right one. So that's the only little negative thing going into this. So I'm just going to talk through how you should apply it. So it says you should apply it on the center of your face, chin, forehead, and blend with fingertips. So you can use a foundation sponge from their range, or you could use a foundation brush. So it's really up to you what you go for. Guys, this is what the packaging looks like of the skin tint. It's super timeless, very simple, but has a luxury feel. You can definitely tell that this is a luxury product. I love that the skin tint itself comes in a sort of like plastic bottle, so it just makes it easy for you to sort of squeeze out the product, and it makes it very easily accessible. I really like that it has like a little gold sort of lid to the packaging. Really gives it that luxury feel and touch. So yeah, love the packaging. To start trying on the product onto my face, I'm going to go in with my fingers on one side, and then I'm going to use either a brush or a sponge on the other, just so that I can get a feel for the product and touch it and see sort of like, yeah, how it feels, whether it's too oily, whether it's just, you know, enough in terms of the formula. Yeah, I like to just get a feel for the skin tints because they're a little bit more different to foundation. So yeah, that's what we're going to go ahead and do. And in terms of the shade that I am using for my skin today, I'm using the shade 12. So I'm really hoping that it is a nice match to my skin tone, because my skin tone can be a bit difficult to get it right in terms of the colors and the undertones and all of that. So we'll see how we get on today. You can see for yourself, this is what my skin looked like before. This is what it looks like after applying it. It really just melts into the skin, so it doesn't make my skin look cakey. It's just an hydrated feel. What I also really loved about it is that I was quite worried whether it was going to fit my skin tone, but it actually looks like it really does. It doesn't make me look too dark or too light. It's just a nice in-between undertone. So I'm going to apply this side with a brush and show you what that looks like, and then I will go over this area again to show you what everything looks like once it's all done. So guys, I finished applying this side with a brush, and you know I don't normally use brushes to blend out any type of like foundation or anything like that, but this time I actually used the brush, and I found that the brush really helped it to blend in quickly. But because the product is quite thick, the formula, I found that the consistency is easier to blend both with your fingers and both with the brush. So I really like that it's versatile in that way. In terms of the coverage, you can still see my acne scarring on my forehead here and just on my cheeks here, which is to be expected because it is a skin tint, so it's not going to give you the same level of coverage that a foundation would. But I really like the glow that it's given me. I know a lot of people will be put off by how glowy it is, but I know for others that do have dry skin, this is going to be like a magic product for them, because it just gives you a nice glow. And I can only imagine in winter what it looks like on your skin, because I tend to have very, very dry skin during the winter months. So I think this will be such a perfect tint to use in the winter time and when the weather is a bit more colder. But other than that, guys, that is what the foundation looks like. I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my makeup, finish it up, come and show you what it looks like, and then maybe I will do sort of round up of what it looked like later on in the day, just so you can see how it's held up, because that might be quite useful for others that want to purchase it. So everyone, this is what my skin looks like after applying the rest of my makeup. I did powder down my concealer like I always do in those areas where I highlight. So I think that's really helped a bit with that dewy finish, because it is a very dewy, glowy skin tint. If you're not into glowy products, definitely this isn't for you. But if you suffer from dry skin, combination skin that leans more to the drier side, this is definitely the skin tint for you. The only negative thing, as I mentioned before, is they don't have a lot of range of shades in the skin tint. That's the only negative thing I have to say, because I know a lot of people of color might find it difficult to find the best you know, shade for their undertone, because we all come in different undertones and we're all different. So that's definitely something for the brand to consider. But in terms of the finish, I love it. I love the dewy finish personally for me, because that's what I tend to gravitate towards. But I can understand for other people, this is not going to be the type of skin tint that they're going to want to try because of how dewy it looks. But you can work around it by applying you know, setting powder, and also applying powder to those areas, especially where you like highlights. That's where I tend to go in with the powder. So you can really powder it down, and also you can apply a mattifying setting spray as well at the end of your makeup routine. So I feel like you can work around that problem. But in terms of the coverage, I wasn't expecting it to be a full coverage skin tint, because it's a skin tint after all. I love that it's taking care of the skin, but it's giving you sort of a no makeup sort of finished look, if that makes sense. But it's not what you would gravitate to if you want a full coverage makeup. So I hope that makes sense. I will put a little video or a picture at the end of the video on how my makeup is looking like at the end of the day, just so you can see how everything's held up. But I really like what it looks like. I think it's definitely a product I will be gravitating to on those no makeup days where I want to still look pretty, but I just don't want a lot of makeup. That's what I really love about skin tints. They allow that alternative, you know, way of putting on your makeup that is not too cakey and not too full and detailed for everyday purposes, if that makes sense. But if you guys want to know what lipstick I've used and all of those kind of things, I will list them in the description box below. I'll also list my social media as well in my description below for you guys if you want to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this useful, and I'll see you in my next one. Please don't forget to comment, share the video, and also don't forget to subscribe. Bye everyone.